Good evening, everyone. I'm back to do an impromptu reading here for us tonight, and I'm just overjoyed with the messages that came out for us. I just want to take a breath here. There's very high vibrational crystals to assist with receiving the message if you're receiving, and to protect the space here in order to assist with manifesting these beautiful messages. So, all right. So very quickly already, I'm getting that both you and the person that you're watching for, that you're inquiring about, are poised for success here, and you're very stable, and you're jumping for joy right now because I feel like the souls are celebrating in a very balanced and mature, calm way. This Four of Fire, which is a Four of Wands, and this is your union here. It's a full moon right now, so just know that full moon is supporting this. These are your guides, and they're just overjoyed. And everything's lit up beautifully here. Do you see how it's perfectly in balance? And this is what you've been manifesting. My right ear is ringing. It's confirmation, and the crystals are right above here. Archangel Michael's protecting it. This aura, fire aura quartz, clear quartz, this carnelian and clear quartz here is pointing in the right direction here, and is pulling energy from divine source light, all the codes, all the vibrations, all the extra little things that you need to finally bring this into full fruition, into the physical here. You've imagined it. That just means that you've manifested it. It's been very long coming. Okay, you should be very proud. I feel an overjoy and a sense of comfort and tremendous love, and it's bringing me to tears, so it's beautiful. I just want to take a second here to appreciate the energy because it's absolutely amazing. Your animal guides have also been safeguarding this journey that you've been on, and the little bit of work that was left, you've completed it. So if there's something that you did today, or if something that you're going to be doing in the next couple of days to a week, you'll be successful with that task, whatever that task is, in order to finalize whatever is needed to protect this union here. If it's sharing something with your counterpart, if it's closing out whatever it is that needs to be closed out in your life to be able to step into that union, whatever it is, you've answered the questions, you're very aware, and you took the time needed to assess, to make sure that you would be ready. This is something that you both want. You're completely aligned here, and there's no need to wait anymore. Okay? You've waited long enough. And this apophyllite is blasting out any kind of energy that would be left here, keeping you from being able to finally put an end to this waiting period here. Because you were in this energy to start, okay? This unfinished symphony, this is you guys. So it's number 10, right? So it's an ending of this unfinished business here. All right, so we're just going to pull some more cards here. 8 of Cups, yes. You're finally walking away from whatever was needed to get you to where you needed to go. There you are, Divine Feminine. You've been the anchor for this work. You've been the anchor for manifesting this union because you believed at a very deep spiritual level. And it's not that the other person isn't spiritual, it's just they're more planted in the physical realm, which means their energy is more dense. So it made it harder for them to access the messages that they needed, for them to clear their energetic fields and to receive and lift their vibrations to a point that would be in resonance with your energy. And all that means is it would have taken perhaps a little bit longer for that person to achieve these goals here. Ton of air. So, yeah, and there was a lot of pain and suffering, that's the Ten of Swords, and there's an ending to that because, again, Divine Feminine, you believed in spirit, you connected to your spirit guides, and you really, really did the inner work that was needed to keep yourself stable, to keep yourself focused, to become successful, and walk away, like I said, from all the things that didn't serve you anymore because you had faith and you believed first and foremost in yourself. And then you were able to attract this beautiful person here. And then bit by bit, you did the work that you needed in order to manifest the one thing that you were missing in your life. And this was a beautiful relationship. And this is the work. The Ten of Swords here is the work. Do you see how it's leaning towards the past? Because it's over. Yeah, you're no longer confused or unsure. You spent all of the time and contemplation that you needed when you didn't see things clearly, or didn't know, the things that, or you hadn't learned the lessons you needed, in order to be able to manifest a union like this one. And the reason it didn't come in is because you weren't ready and it wouldn't have succeeded. And you had already gone through those karmic lessons in the past. So congratulations. It takes a lot of strength to be alone and to do the work. And you really connected to the moon's energy here. That's really assisting you with moving forward here. And we're in a full moon right now, so this is beautiful energy. I really like this energy. And Eight of Fire. So there's still a lot to communicate with this person and a lot to talk about, but that's coming. The Two of Cups. And that's what it is that you guys want, right? It's beautiful resonance. You're in balance with each other. You're very curious, about what this conversation's going to look like. I feel like butterfly energy, very flirtatious energy, very shy-like energy. It's a little bit awkward, but at the time it's extremely exciting. And you'll feel better once you finally air everything out. Yeah, Four of Water. I feel like this is where you are right now. You're tired of kind of being on your own and, worrying and all the things that came with all of this work. That was a lot. You did a really good job. This is a very deep emotional connection here, and there was a deep contemplation and a lot of emotional pain from the past that needed to be cleared. But you trust each other. I sense here you trust each other deeply, and this is going to be a very mature conversation. I was going to say, I'm hearing coupling, but a very mature relationship. I feel it's very deep. It's very mature. You're very content. Okay, there's not going to be so much insecurity and mistrust and worry because you've healed a lot. Yeah, so you're putting an end to the chaos and conflict here. The end of going around and around. And the way that you achieve that was connecting to your tribe. And I feel like right now you're also both thinking about how you're going to merge your families together as one, It's a big step, especially if you're older and there's children involved. But if it's not children, it's just introducing them to your life once you're ready to do that. But the divine is also surrounding you with energy that's supporting this as well. Even if you're not talking about it, just their presence is helping. And truth be told, yeah. And again, it's in the here and the now, so it's time now, after very deep knowing that this is something that you've wanted, and through the power of God, you really were able to pull this in. And this person's going to rely on you as well to speak truths about if they have questions about soulmates and higher divine unions, and what that looks like. And a very common term, the most common I feel, is soulmates. Twin flame, some people know what that is, some people don't. it doesn't matter, labels are dangerous. I don't really like them, but they're important because it helps you identify an experience. But um, it's important not to stay stuck in that it's really from a heart space, what like the feeling of a situation or person, place or thing that you're experiencing. So be true to that, hold on to that feeling versus a label. But I feel like they're thinking about this and they're very curious about what you know about this and what your thoughts are, and it feels like they're really going to it's not like they're going to rely on you to give them the answer, but more like curious about what you think and what your understanding of it is, and is it in line with what they think. And it'll be a beautiful validation to them that yes, you understand what this is, and you agree, and it's similar to the way that you feel and the way that you see this connection here. And you'll feel better once you share the truth about this. And if this counterpart, the other person, isn't or hasn't been spiritual in their life in an outward kind of a way, I feel like they are, but it's like more secret and hidden because they're not comfortable sharing it with the world because their surroundings isn't supportive of that. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to want to do that, but they might need your support and assist them in sharing it more with the world. And, higher divine unions like this that's one of the goals, I think, is through the union and living your lives in a spiritual way with that true divine love and source light emanating through you individually and as a couple. You're just embodying it, and you're a beautiful example, and that's the mission. So you've succeeded. Congratulations. This is so beautiful and powerful, and I'm just so proud of everyone. I just have a few more cards here they want me to pull. Oh, look. This person wishes they would have waited in the past and not jumped into different relationships, because I feel for some of you, you've known this person for a very long time. And they always held on to you or the thought of you, even though they ventured into these other situations. And I feel like they're looking back and they're thinking, like, I should have waited and really examine this, because really this is their dream come true, or their dream come true, or their the biggest wish here was you, is you. This is you. And there's that moon again. Look. It's incredible. And they're choosing this over waiting now because they know it's the right decision. It's very deep knowing here. Yeah, see? Yeah. They're talking to the divine. Birds represent the divine to me. And it helped to stabilize their thought process, to stabilize themselves in the way that they feel connected to this earth now, to life, to living. It's a new beginning in the way that they even see themselves. And you are their truest inspiration. And this is what true love is about. It helps to bring the best out of each other. And I do feel it's from a heart space, and it's very mature. There we go, Hierophant. This is how he sees you. And this is a feminine energy. Typically the Hierophant is a masculine energy. But it's just an archetype. It's just the higher divine understanding, right? And he's ready to embody this as well. And this number 5 is that represents change. He's impressed. He's impressed with the way that you have changed your life and transformed yourself into a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person who's connected to God in a very mature way, in a very balanced way, in a very modern way, but very ancient and sacred at the same time. It's a beautiful combination of old and the new. He's very curious. He has a lot of questions. And this person might just observe you for a while without asking. They'll just learn through observation, and that's okay too. Because our job is to truly just be ourselves and live our lives in honesty with integrity, right? And for the people I'm channeling for, like, you already embody this energy. That's what's attracting your partner. So I just want to zero in on these crystals here. Archangel Michael's going to lift this up. This is a carnelian. So it's going to help with that sacral chakra that is the creative center, the birthing center for everything. Beautiful clearing for the root chakra. We're going to ground this union here in the physical. It's time. It's time. So on that note, I say good night, sleep well, and we'll talk again real soon. Take care, everyone.